Oh my god. Maz has become a perfectionist. How did this happen? Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. We're starting our 5th season at the club now. And Maz is my captain. He's become a perfectionist over the last couple of weeks. And he's now wanting to leave to join Barry, who are in the Serie A division, because they've made offers for him and I've rejected them all. So, yes, that's a thing that's happened. I've also realised something that, well, I say realised, I got told a few things. Oh my god, look at all the teams that want him. But yes, we've got a few teams looking to get our captain now. I said I was going to make him my captain eventually. He is my captain now. A leadership of 16, a determination of 14. 30 out of 40 for all the stats. He's played 101 times for us. Why wouldn't I make this guy my captain? He's my first proper youth player that has come through the youth academy, and I'm very excited to see what we can do with him. I really am. But yet still, he wants to leave. I said no. He's also apparently only a Serie D player now. You were Serie C earlier. I don't know what's going on with you, but there we go. Either way, we've got a few things to look into, a few things to talk about as well. I'm actually going to talk about transfers as well. So we've let 2 players go out on loan, which is amazing for me to say the least. Monza is the first player to go out on loan. He's on loan to Kuragesi. I guess that's how you say their name, but he's out on loan. He's unambitious. He's 20 years of age. I don't really have much of a future for him as far as I'm concerned. And there's 2 players that can probably eclipse him with their potential alone. So, yes, he's not the best player by any stretch of imagination. He's going to be most likely let go at the end of the season. And that it is what it is. Now, Mika Di Ronza is another player that I've let out on loan. And he's actually better. But he's always been good in this position. I just never really had time for him because I never really used a player in this position. I've also you may also see something here. His determination just went up suddenly out of the blue. But there's a reason for that as well. And I'll tell you why and how I'm doing that in a bit. Still, we're going to look at the season preview now. And we're going to see where we are expected to finish this season. So, we're expected to finish in 17th place. It was at 1.16, but Prato actually managed to make some signings, which was enough for them to suddenly jump the gun, and they spent quite a bit of money too. Oh my goodness, where did they get this money? Wait a minute. Did that tycoon... Oh my god. Oh my god, did they... Oh my god. Yeah, they had a tycoon takeover. I forgot that was a thing. Oh no. So, yeah, Prato had a tycoon takeover about 2 years ago when they got relegated, and all of a sudden it's now come to fruition that we got a team that's got a tycoon takeover, which means they can splash the cash a bit, and they spent 240 grand. What kind of tycoon is this guy? I've got to look at this now. What? They got 3.7 million. Wow, okay. They have a transfer budget of 1 million too. This team's incredibly lucky with that regards. So, if anything, they have got a tycoon who's in charge, and he can do whatever the damn well pleases. And this team's going to get very powerful very quickly if they are able to spend the money wisely. Well then, that's something I'm not enjoying. I didn't realize they spend that much money, honestly, but I knew they were in 17th place initially, and then we went down to 17th. I was thinking, okay, something must have happened. I didn't realize they actually had started spending money left, right, and centre. They must be the biggest spenders in the league. Yeah, they are. They're the biggest spenders in the league. Wow. Okay, this changes things a little bit. So, we've got a few difficult... Well, we've got a few difficult things to talk about here in regards to the players and all that stuff. We've also had a few games since we last met as well, like the Italian Cup that we do first and foremost before the season starts. We've had that. We've actually done quite well in it, and I'll show you the games now. So our first game was against Pontardawe, and we scored thanks to Scarpato very late on, and it was enough to get us the win. Yes, Marco Diwanzi was actually playing this game. He actually came on as midfielder, and I was excited for that. So that was good times. And then we had one more game after this. That game was against San Bernardeste, and we scored a winner in the 91st minute of the game. Scarpato plays it back to Agnello, who heads it home, and we secure top of the group in this competition to ensure we are through to the first round for the second year running. After 2 years of not making it out of the group, we're now suddenly doing well again. It's great. It really is. And I was excited about this because if we've won both our games, yes, not against the best teams in the world, I acknowledge this, but the fact we've won both our games by a goal to nil is interesting. And you're also going to look at this and thinking, this is a new formation, and it is. And I'm going to talk about this as well. So admittedly, this is the Gegenpress narrow formation that we used last year, but I've just pulled one of the midfielders back and dragged him into the centre midfield. So attacking midfield is coming narrow and coming deep. We've got box-to-box midfielders on either side. And we put a halfback as well behind him. He could easily play as a defensive midfielder too if we needed him to. But I felt that this is a good call to make. Because we weren't at our best. We didn't have... I felt like we were not doing as well. And whatever it is the case, it seems to have worked in the first 2 games of the season. Whether or not they'll continue to work, I don't know. But it is literally this formation, just a few things tweaked a bit here and there. And it's working, so... yay for that, I'm happy about it. But whether or not it will actually work for the entire season or not, I don't know. But there's also been one more thing I've been doing as of late that has changed my perspective on the game, changed my mindset about it as well. And I've started to find players for poor performances. So, for example, I was going through the friendlies. I warned the goalkeeper first. I should have found the goalkeeper here for his 6.2 rating. I gave a warning to Nicatre. DPSC should have found Diwanza and Sakari. And I should have found Farkas as well. Immediately, Diwanza, you can tell here, his determination's gone up a little bit. He's suddenly a bit more determined to avoid being in the receiving end of that sort of thing, right? In this game, I find Laneri. Laneri's determination is now going up. See this thing here? See what I'm talking about? Farkas, I would have done it again, but he's already been fined once. Mazza, I gave him a warning. His determination's gone up. He's now actually become a perfectionist out of the blue, and I was a bit surprised by that. But I'm not complaining at all. Agnello, I gave him a few things. Admittedly, his work rate went up. So it works for 2 ways. It's either the work rate or it's the determination that goes up for this. Some players will ignore you because they are old enough and they just will give you this, they'll just suddenly accept it. While other players will apologize and then do their own thing and then try and improve. And determination and their work rate will go up as a result. And then Anadid, his work rate's gone up. So that's another player I've given a warning to, a fine to so far. And for some of those things, you've got to look at it and think, okay, this is a thing. Nicatre, again, I actually gave a fine this time. His determination's up to 17. His work was already going up, but it's just gone up even more. And for some reason, this works. It just makes the players want to do better to avoid anything. Martina, I gave him one of those. His determination and work rate have both gone up. So it's great for that. It is really great for that because it means that the players are now going to want to avoid being in a situation where they're going to get fined, and they want to avoid being in a situation as well. Why are we in the second round of this competition? Hello? I just realised this. When did this happen? How do we get the second? I'm so confused. How did we get to the second round? Hold on. Top 10 qualifiers for the first round, but yet for some reason it feels like we're in the second round? Did we get a bye? We must have got a bye then. When does the draw has the draw happened? I'm just suddenly realizing that we're considered for the second round. So we must have got a bye. Oh, okay. Interesting. We've already got to the second round of this competition, which is not the furthest we've ever gotten to, but we're in the second round now, and it's a thing that we're going to look into. We actually got our first game of the season against Virginia, which is on live TV at home, and we are going to play this game, play this style again against a team that beat us 5-0 at their ground and then couldn't get a goal against us in the second game as well. If they don't do well, they don't do well. It's my fault at the end of the day. And we are playing a team that is one of the better teams in the division. They're the top half. We're going to see what we can do. And we're going to hope for the absolute best that we can get something out of this, right? And the stamina is not going to be a thing for some people. But there you go. There you go. We're going to see what we can do. And we're going to see if we can get all 3 points in this match. Our first game of the season. And let's just see what we can do here. We can literally give him a debut to a youngster who probably wishes he was not here because of suspensions and because of injuries. So awkward for him, it must be said. Yeah, Leneri is suspended. That's why he's not playing. And that's the thing. And this team's gone 7 games unbeaten against us. And if we can beat this team, we can beat this team. I don't know if this is going to go well or not, to be honest with you. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not the end of the world for me. And I'd like if we can get at least a point here. Because a point is still a point and it still gets us going. No games yet. This is literally the first game of the campaign this year. And I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Because I don't know what to expect. So, if a player is not doing as well as I want them to, you'll see the finding thing I'm talking about in action. As we're going positive in this game too. It sounds very ambitious for me to go positive, but it seems to work for some reason. I don't know why. So maybe the fear of doing badly has gone to them, or something like that, or the formation is working. And Comanes has got the ball away. Here we go. Alione is on the ball. He's going to try something. He's probably going to go by himself, isn't he? And he's going to go for goal and does so. And we've got a corner. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that, but okay. There we go. Let's encourage a team and tell them that they can do well. But the fact we've had 3 shots so far is a good sign. So we're literally going to overtalk the entire match because we might as well, because it's literally the first league game of the season. We've got nothing to lose here at all. And I want to talk to you about the whole thing because I was feeling down when I was recording the last game of the season. I was thinking, I got nothing to do anymore. This is going to be one of those things when nothing's going to go right. But honestly, pre-season, I've suddenly got the drive back, and I don't know why. But there you go, as we don't do a very good delivery here. Not sure what the issue was. Was there supposed to be a pass to Martino or something like that, or one of the midfielders? It didn't seem to work. We've got the ball back now. Here's Mazza. Alione, Mac to Mazza, who is now our captain. He's become a perfectionist. And oh my god, hit the post, he's offside. But yeah, Mazza's become a perfectionist because of the discipline thing, and I can't quite believe it. So the fact we find or warning players is putting the fear of God into them, because they don't want to have their livelihoods taken away, and they don't want to lose money because they were rubbish at their jobs, right? And it's worked. And look at this first half. We've actually done pretty well. We've got a few players that probably aren't doing as well as they could do. Like, it's not ideal. Keeper 6.5, but I'm not sure if that's his fault. I think this is actually my best performance against Virginia this year. So maybe this is working. We won our first 2 cup matches of the season. We've only got a bye in the next round of the cup too, so that's one less thing to worry about. They're going to go more attacking as well. I would still take a point, honestly. Okay, we're going to be finding our best striker after this game, because he's got 6.4 racing, as has Naduza at the moment. So, ooh, this would be painful, isn't it? Alione is going to go to the left, and Scapata is going to come on the right. I'm going to encourage the team again. Okay, Nicotre's got an injury. This is not a good sign. I didn't need this at all. Ruggeri's going to come on for him. What is his injury type? An upper body injury? What? What does that even mean? MacLeod's going to come on too, because, you know, defenders mean rubbish. And we're going to absolutely put the fear of God into these players, because I think now that is what we need to be doing. And we're going to actually bring on our young player that we literally had to give a squad number to before the game started. So that's going to be a thing now. And we might as well take Banny off as well. Have we got anyone that can really play? You know what? We're going to bring Giuseppe Di Bassi on. Now, he's actually a left back who's actually improving quite nicely, but we're going to play him in the middle as well because he can play there. And he's only about half a star worse. So I think we've got a young, talented squad here. The players are very tired though, unfortunately. So maybe this is going too much as we see the goal later on. Alright, so it's not perfect. It's not the perfect formation. It's not the perfect tactic. But this is literally some small things we've got to work on. We've got to tinker a bit more. Maybe against some of the bad teams we're not so good. I think we wore ourselves out, if anything. So we got too tired towards the end of the game, and that's the problem. They had 3 shots. They took their chances. We didn't take our chances. That's literally the issue here. Any other day, we probably could have won this game. Any other day, we could have won. But it is what it is. We're going to show you bits and pieces as well. I wasn't happy. I literally could say we weren't happy because we weren't at our best. We actually pushed this team to the very edge. And we were absolutely brilliant at other times. We didn't deserve the result. And the fact that they said we were robbed says it all, doesn't it? We didn't deserve to lose that. And we deserve far more than what we got in that game. I really believe that. The fact we were that good against this side is something. And Nicotry's out for 2 to 3 days, so that's a thing. I told you I was going to find some players, right? We're going to do it now. So we're going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to discipline him about a day's worth of rages because he got a 6.4 rating. We're going to do the same to our T-Piton. I feel so sorry for this guy, but if it helps his personality, then it helps his personality. We'll just find a day's wages. Whether or not they'll be happy about it or not, I don't know. They both accepted it, but he did it without comments, and it's not nothing for his personality. Whereas this guy has apologized and admits he deserves the fine. He'll motivate himself for future matches. And his determination and work rate have both gone up. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this is so interesting and so useful. So if you want to do it for yourselves, you can do it for yourselves. Even if I was a bit harsh, potentially to the kid because he was so young and is making his debut in a difficult game. But I feel that is something we need to be very critical and very harsh to the players at this point, because if we don't, then we are not going to get what we want going forward. We need to improve, and we need to improve quickly. In both physically and mentally. And if it helps the personality as well, then so be it. Either way, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye. And well, good night.